Thank you, Sean. Thank you for everyone at Icon Coaching.
Simon, congratulations, man. You know what that is?
That's winning.
It's winning, baby. I love it when you're winning. That's fantastic.
I got 2 under contract, so that's like 2.8 million in 2 weeks.
You've got to take control of your production to make sure that you're making more money, your bank account balance is rising, that your net worth is increasing, and that's what we want to see happen.
So that they can save the listing.
Which I'm really, really thankful for, Sean. Thank you.
See everyone coming on board. Welcome to Icon Coaching's webinar.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Sean Kokoska. Gang, we do this every single week. I want you to keep plugging into the webinar series that we put together on your behalf, because what we're doing is we're just putting content together that is designed specifically to help you guys ring it out. Meaning, how do you get as much value? How do you get as much income in the hours that you choose to invest in your work life as possible? Now, today, we're going to be talking through a very simple, natural, parallel line extension to your business that will enable you to truly monetize the database that you've worked so many years to create and build. And again, I don't care if you're brand new to real estate or if you're a 40-year veteran of this industry, I'm so glad that you're here. There's no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm grateful that you're here to experience this today. Now, I'm going to introduce somebody who's going to take over, and she's going to just add value to each and every one of you by outlining the process by which you can monetize your database. It's something that I strongly recommend that you do. It's something that I've personally done, and I encourage you to take action, to get into action with this. We've also got another friend of mine, Leland Rubin, who just showed up to our call. Welcome, Leland. Welcome, Dr. Webb. Let me just introduce Dr. Webb. You then can introduce Leland, if that's okay. Dr. Webb, she got her PhD at UC Berkeley, by the way. Not only did she study at Stanford, by the way, she went on to manage many educational programs for Stanford University. She was also a president of a university at one point in her career. Guys, here's the bottom line. She has helped over 100,000 students further their education, and now she's with GFI, and she's helping millions of families accomplish their financial goal. So her and her partner, Leland, they're just going to take over, and they're going to tell you exactly what to do to pull in an extra $50,000, $100,000, $250,000 per year by just adding this natural line extension to your current strategy. No further delay. Dr. Webb, over to you.
It is an honor, Sean. You're a leader, a champion, a brilliant, a sentient, remarkable leader within real estate. And we are so excited that you've joined us on this journey. And I get to introduce Leland. Leland is a champion's champion. He's a coach's coach, and I don't mean that lightly. He's one of our first millionaires in this remarkable business, and he chose to lead with distinction with his wife, helping people across the country and beyond. He's also our leader of the faith division, but let me tell you a little bit about his background. Very well educated, earned his MBA at a select institution in Northern California, Golden Gate, and they do a variety of things, especially in preparing lawyers. But he was very interested in entering the financial industry after a legacy of being not only a top basketball player playing overseas. He was following the leadership of his older brothers who were pro basketball players. So I'd like to see you dunk someday, Leland. I haven't seen that yet. But he's older, more mature, wise, brilliant, and he understands the nature of this business, and he actually is a co-founder of GFI. So we're very fortunate to have him here today. The most important thing I'll say about Leland is he lives the 5 Fs, which is GFI: faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. In fact, as a pastor, he literally leads the GFI faith division, where we're out in the community across all 50 states and going beyond there. But we're right now in the 50 states helping churches, synagogues, other religious and spiritual organizations get their finances in order. So without further ado, we're going to share this screen here, and I hope I didn't embarrass Leland like I try to embarrass Sean sometimes. because they're both remarkable people. So let me see if I can share the screen.
Mhm.
And because Leland and I are in this together, and I'm going to ask him to just begin with this very succinct presentation. And I want to thank each one of you for being here because you're busy. You've got a lot on your plate. We're here for you. So this is no longer about Dr. Webb, Leland, or even Sean. This is about you. So, Leland, please take it away.
All right. Well, Sean and Dr. Webb, I am so ecstatic to be here with you today. And thank you for your kind words. And I really appreciate everyone who took time out of their busy schedules here today to be able to share a few minutes with us to go through this opportunity for you. This opportunity is great. I think it's something that can really be impactful for you. And really that can really be something that can change your outcomes and your outlook, and especially your finances. So inside of our organization in GFI, where I'm a senior vice president and a co-founder, we've merged in being able to work with your industry and wanted to be able to take it to a perspective to where you could actually take full advantage of working on our platform and still do the same profession that you're doing. Still be able to commingle those both together and be able to still make great income and revenue for yourself. So we called it building wealth while you're still selling homes. And we know that right now, when we look at the marketplace, I love what Sean says all the time. Where there is no market, we have to create one. So a lot of realtors, as of late, haven't been able to get some of their deals through or haven't had that much going on inside of their businesses. With GFI, you can learn how to have a proven wealth building solution, not only for yourself, but for those clients that you serve. You can share the opportunity to help existing clients and their prospects. But most of all, in the real estate game, we have products and services that work for your clients that you could actually service them, help them, educate them, and teach them how they could take advantage of their products and services while you're still helping them as a client in the real estate industry. Give me the next slide, please. So when we think about the overall solutions that we actually provide, and we think about the fact that we can actually be able to help a lot of people like yourselves who are actually in the industry and that are out there doing the business right now, we know that you need a couple things. Number one, that you already have a lot of the inventory that's needed to be successful. Can we change slides there, Dr. Webb, to the next one?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So our stories is the fact that we have a real problem and the real estate alone can't fix. So our belief system is that we know that the facts of the American people right now that are struggling right now, a lot of them are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of them lack proper protection. And many of the baby boomers are actually having a lot of the transferring of the money generationally. Well, we actually help solve these issues. And the way that we do it with you all is the fact that if you were to actually go ahead and work with people, and actually if they had a mortgage and you gave them a mortgage protection plan, let's do an example here. Here's a family and they needed a mortgage protection plan. If the agent just helped them with one mortgage protection plan, you're making anywhere between $1,350 to $3,000 per case. So what does that mean? Every single one of your clients that you service need mortgage protection. Now, I'm a stats guy, Sean, so I'm going to throw out some stats I read the other day. About 84% of all the people who buy a home have no mortgage protection. And so what that means is that they're actually purchasing the home, they're getting their loans done, then they have no protection over their mortgage. We have a product that's out there that will not only protect them, but if they get sick, if they get injured, they could still pay their mortgage. They could still be able to keep their home. They don't have to give it back to the bank. That's really powerful. And you could service and do this for yourself as an agent. Let's say if you were doing 3 of these a month, you would make over $50,000 to $100,000 a year. And we have a bunch of agents that are working with us currently right now that are doing this. I just had an agent the other day that's working with me, and he's like, this is amazing. He's helping people right and left all the time because everybody needs this type of plan. So here's an example. Now we know that many of the times that agents, they have listings already. So you're an agent, you have listings or you're buying listings. You already have a list. Now this is even better than some of the people I train, Sean, because they don't have a list, right? But you already have a list, right? So if you have a list already, go ahead, Sean.
Well, there's one thing that was kind of breezed over on 2 slides back, and it's the fact, you guys, that over the course of the last 12 months, 71% of realtors today in the US have not closed a single transaction. Now, 2025 numbers are still being tallied, okay? It was estimated that in September of last year, 80% of agents hadn't closed a single transaction in 2025. You guys, the market is not the best in terms of volume and number of transactions. We're used to over 7 million transactions, and we're closing around 4 million transactions per year instead. So if the market doesn't exist, we still need to make money. There's no doubt about that. So this is a powerful solution that allows you to monetize your database. And I know you're going to go through the numbers here, Leland, and I can't wait. With 200 people, when you communicate with them with your marketing plan at GFI, this is what can be expected, you guys. I want to make sure that they understand this part of it, you guys, because this is where the rubber meets the road. And each one of you, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to pull in a minimum of 50 grand in 2026 by just following this very
Oh, wow.
simple,
Yeah,
simple
Wow.
strategy. Okay, take it away, Leland.
You did that so well. I don't even know if I can come behind that, but just really, really stick the fact that if you actually have a list of 200 names, and we know that a certain percentage of people will set appointments. In this example, you're making almost 50 to $100,000 in a month. And if you were doing this just part-time, super part-time, you could do it in a year. But what I've noticed, Sean, is that when I sat down with people, not only do they have the amount of list name numbers and names, but they also already have some type of small type of relationship or interaction with these people already before that they can give them a call and be able to do this. Now, I've done this several times with people over and over and over again inside my own organization. Here's an example. We sit down with most people just with their cell phone and they say, hey, I have 400 or 500 numbers in my phone. Well, we have them write down 200 names, and these people are constantly, let me say this again, constantly making anywhere between $20,000 to $30,000 a month. So this is something that's very powerful, and we use this every day. And for those of you that are on here, if you already have those lists, you could really explode your business really fast and be able to make money in the marketplace by utilizing this strategy and utilizing what's exactly in front of you. We know that only 30% of the people set an appointment. But out of those 30% of the people who set an appointment, if you ended up with 30 clients in our business, by the way, we get paid 8 times a month, you'd be able to actually generate that revenue extremely fast. So I want to make sure you understand 200 names. We know that 30% will actually set an appointment. 60 appointments, 50% of the appointments will become clients. That's 30 clients, $15,000 in just a mortgage protection plan. If you're doing this with one of our trainers that will do this with you, you'd still be making anywhere between 30 to 40,000 bucks a month. Not a bad deal. Yeah.
It's a great deal.
All right. All right. The next one, please, Dr. Webb. So we understand that some people that might be on to say today, hey, Sean, I don't really understand how this all works. We will train and mentor you. Our business is set up for you to work with someone who's already successful in the business. Can I afford it? The startup is very minimal. You got to just get your license and be able to register. And will you get paid very quickly? That is our job as coaches. So we do this with a lot of passion. We want to see you get paychecks right away. Matter of fact, Sean, I got an announcement to make. Since the last time me and you hung out, we were paying 9 times a month. We've now upped that to 12. And so basically we've expanded a little bit more. We have a few more countries that people can work in Canada, Puerto Rico, we just opened up. So it's 12 times a month. And when we follow through, we have weekly masterminds and support. So you're actually able to get the support you need. You're able to get the training you need. You're able to learn the products very quickly. We just launched a new technology platform called Teva Technologies. And that technology actually will sit there with you and teach you how to service your clients with the products. So we've made a fail-safe product and program for people to be successful. Give me the next one, please. So, thanks so much. All right. So what is it that's so different about us than any other platform that's out there? Well, number one, a lot of our platform and our products are all AI assisted, which means that we do everything instantly. And the example I like to use a lot is when I was in college and I was playing basketball, one of the first things they told me I could never eat was instant noodles because it was very, you just kind of pour the hot water on there and then you had a meal. But ultimately, our products and services are just like that. They're AI assisted. You basically can get in and get out really fast with your clients. Number two is we have onboarding and marketing tools. We have a step-by-step onboarding process for you. So you don't have to worry about getting onboarded and learning everything you need. Number three is our system. Our system is designed for your success. Our system is not designed to bring you in for you to have to go slow. It's not designed for you to actually feel like you have to have a long time to be able to get going. Our system is designed for you to get to work right away. And then the last thing is that we give you all the facts to be able to back everything that we do in the marketplace. So the education, the books, all the things that you actually need to be able to service your clients. So this is something that I'm very, very, very passionate about because we've actually worked very, very hard on this. So this is bigger than us. Our whole goal is to be able to help you. Our whole goal is to help families because you're out there servicing families in the real estate industry. We want to service those families and make sure that they financially can stay healthy and be able to leave legacy for their families. But most of all, we need more people in the field. The financial industry is a $12 trillion industry per year that's only up 1% in the last 12 years, which means that it's an enormous upside for you to be able to do things for yourself. You can come partake of this and take out as much as you can. You can make as much as you want and be able to still do the things that you love to do.
Right on. So some of you are thinking, well, I have to get a license. Yeah, you get a license. And guess what? It's one of the easier licenses that you'll ever obtain. I just looked through the glossary of terms. I watched a couple of videos, probably 45 minutes of real study time. Scheduled my exam, went down, took the exam. Guys, I'm not great at taking tests, yet I still got a 98%. It's an easy test to pass. It's simple. Then I went and got my fingerprints done. I think I was into it for about $300 in total to get that license in place. And yet I want to make sure that you guys tracked with Leland. You close a buyer side transaction and they get $1 million mortgage. They would be really smart to get a mortgage protection plan. They generally would go to a financial planner or maybe somebody who's written life insurance policies for them in the past. Yet this would be a term life policy. It would be very inexpensive. It was around $250 a month. That's $3,000 per year. That's what that policy will cost them. Yet they don't pay $3,000 up front. They pay $250 a month. Yet hear this. The moment that that policy is signed and funded, you get paid on the entire amount of the policy. And that can be as much as up to 80%, depending on what your production level is and things like that. Yeah, guys, this is a model that deserves your attention. Quite honestly, you've worked hard to build that database too. And by the way, that's the one thing that makes you special, unique, and different. These people that are within your database, are they good stewards of money? I mean, could you potentially introduce them to GFI? Align with an agent within GFI that can help those people. See, one of the things, and Leland, one of the concerns, and Dr. Webb, you might want to chime in, is that these people feel like, well, maybe I'm getting another job and it's going to take away from my real estate production. So if I just wanted to pass the test, get my license, align with another agent within GFI that's going to do all the heavy lifting for me. I mean, what is my real job description here? Like, what's the day in the life of somebody who says yes to this opportunity? Because I know you've got tens of thousands of realtors who have already gotten their life insurance licenses, who are picking up an extra $50 to $100 to $250,000 a year, you guys, just simply by mentioning to their clients, hey, you might consider getting a trust in place. Hey, we want to avoid probate. Let me introduce you to my friends over at GFI. They can help you with your financial planning. And by the way, you then get paid, but somebody else is doing all the work. This is true leverage. Leland, Dr. Webb, answer that question for me.
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Webb. You want to jump in on that?
Yeah, here's the good news. 3 to 5 hours a week is the minimum that we say. Once you get your license, 3 to 5 hours a week. What does that entail? That entails working with me, as an example, working with us one-to-one to ensure that you know the system and you literally are leveraging it. What does that mean? Identifying those 200. We contact those 200. In fact, I do that on your behalf. We get them into a meeting. We share with them a 25, 30-minute presentation, have that discussion. It's all about them. We determine what gap, if any, exists that they need to have addressed. And very efficiently, we get their application submitted at their request, get them approved, and you're witnessing the process. And then you're witnessing them being approved, whether it's an instant approval within 15, 20 minutes. We have a number of those. We have specific programs for that. Or whether it is taking a week or 2 weeks, we are efficient. Once that's done, as Sean so correctly articulated, you get paid. And so 3 to 5 hours a week, we're not looking to take you away from real estate. We need you in real estate. When the market turns around, the demands will be there for more of what you do. And yet, in the meantime, you get to complement, add to your book of business what we offer without having to know everything. You get to leverage the expertise. And then some of you are going to be like some of the other real estate pros. So, oh my God, I want to understand term with living benefits. I want to understand all the different, and we offer all the different kinds of life insurance. We offer fixed index annuities. We offer estate plans. We offer business plans. We offer things that ensure business can be solvent, even if we undergo something akin to COVID-19 again. We
And
do more than the average person think is possible with just one license, a life license.
that is brilliant. Okay. And Dr. Webb, I had a follow-up question to that, and that is, um, sorry, I just had a distraction. The follow-up question was, come back to me. I'm sorry. You guys, I
No
just lost
worries.
it.
Can I share?
It's all
Can I
good.
share
Back
something,
to you.
Sean? I have a great story. I just want to share very quickly. Me and my wife just in the last month just purchased our new home. So we purchased a new home, and we just moved into the home. This is a great story for you guys to hear. The realtor who sold us the home up in Placerville County in California, he basically saw this presentation, became interested, joined the team, got licensed in 6 days. He just got his first check for $8,000 just last week. So it's a very seamless process, guys. It works really, really quick. He now is able to send me clients. He's working with me now to help people with CRTs and people who are selling their homes and different things like that. So what I'm telling you guys here today, if you're in the industry and you're already doing this work, you can add this on. It's just an add-on, and we'll help you add it on, and then you basically start getting the revenue for it. So I just wanted to share that my realtor who just sold me my new home is part of my team, and he's
I
making
love
getting.
it. And it finally came back to me, you guys. I apologize. I had somebody walk in, and we obviously want to avoid distractions whenever we can. Yet, um, here's the point I want to make. You might send this client of yours to Dr. Webb and to Leland for a mortgage protection plan. Yet, one thing I know for sure is that most people are underinsured and
Yes.
they're going to learn about different product types. You might send them for a mortgage protection plan, but then they come back with whole life policies for their children, maybe a college savings account, perhaps an annuity that they set up, or a universal life plan, something like that, where you're expecting this 80% of $3,000, which is $2,400 deposited directly into your account, by the way. And it comes back not 2,400, but once they learn what other products are available when they sign up for other things, this 2,400 you're expecting turns into five, six, seven, eight, $10,000, right?
Yes.
Guys, come on.
Or
And
more.
you're not doing all the heavy lifting. By the way, could
Yes.
somebody say yes to this opportunity, get their license, identify a candidate, simply turn it over to another agent at GFI, participate in the deal as we've been talking about, and still get paid? Like, meaning, do I need to understand everything about what policy is going to be
No.
right for them?
No.
Do I have
In
to
fact, that's what
initiate the
you're on it, Sean. We discourage that. People
You're
come
done.
in and if they're a nerd like me, and hopefully you're not a nerd like me because I'm a little bit nuts, right? Leland, he may not see that part of me, but I am a little nuts. I love to know everything. I want to go to the details. And in fact, we get people moving faster the less they know when they depend on someone they can trust who functions with integrity and expertise. And we are only going to bring on board people who fall into that category. And we know you are about that. And so you don't need to know more than here's GFI, here's a suite of what we offer, here's the training. You can plug and play in because it's automatic every day of the week except for Sunday and even sometimes on Sunday. But the whole point is to get you paid within 30 days where you see, oh my God, this is a trip. I can do this and get you so well grounded where it's happening on a consistent basis where you get to say, listen, Dr. Webb, with all due respect, I want to I want to understand this, but I want to do this only. Or I want to understand, I want to do this only. So what we do is we strongly recommend that you focus on your niche. You're in real estate, you've got clients, you've helped a lot of good people. And then we say, now that you've learned what the suite of offerings, where do you find might be most comfortable? We have three major divisions. We have the leads division, direct marketing for people who love to work with people who've already said, I want what we have to offer. You just call them up and a formal program for that. We have inspirational marketing because that's what we're all about, inspiring families to dream again. And we've got specific plans and products for that. And then we're in advanced planning. So we do it all. You have a client that literally bought their first home and are trying to figure things out, we serve that client. You have a client who already has a multi-million dollar or billion-dollar business and they are adding more to their portfolio or they're having to adjust. We work with that client. All the above.
So the good news is you don't have to know everything about life insurance, guys, because you got a
That's it.
team that has your back. They do all the lifting and you still get paid. Sure, if you just hand it off to them, you get paid a smaller percentage, but you still get paid and you don't have to know everything about this process, the system. I just want you to be able to make ends meet easily. In fact, I want you to be able to retire from this industry comfortably, which is why I bring these natural, obvious line extensions to each and every one of you. Now, I know that you guys have some other things you want to say, and then we'll wrap up. You guys, thanks for sticking
Yeah.
around. Back over to you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just wanted to say one more thing, Sean, and jump in really fast. The last thing I wanted to talk about with this program that we have technology that you're able to send out conversation openers. It's called iDecide, to where people can act. It does a presentation for you. So if you're ever on here and you're worried about, hey, how do I explain this? How do I have a conversation opener? How do I actually get this going? We've already covered that for you as well. You can actually send out a link to your friends and say, hey, I thought about you. Can you go to ticket? And that'll send an email back and let you know what they're interested in. So we've done everything from a technology standpoint to make sure that the client has complete control and that they can actually get what they want to get serviced on.
Fantastic.
And
So,
correct me
guys,
if I'm wrong, Leland, but we also have a special deal right now. And those
Yes.
who sign on now and do some key things over the course of the next 4 weeks, literally your uh, initial investment of $300, $400, $500 is refunded to you. That you've
Yes.
met some milestones. And so, can you imagine beginning in this arena, financial services, and with your own startup funds of $300, $400, $500 and having that refunded? We're doing that because we need you, professionals. We need your thoughtful engagement with your clients in order to meet our priority, which is to help more families. And we want to honor you in that regards.
Awesome.
well said. You guys, if I were you, I'd take out my cell phone right now. I would scan that QR code. I would get some one-on-one time with Dr. Webb or Leland. I would just make that happen, you guys. Don't overthink it. Just make it happen.
Thank you so
All right.
much for
Anything
having us
else you
on
guys
here,
want to
Sean.
say?
No, I
Uh,
just want to say before we jump off is thank you so much for having us on here today and really appreciate the time. And guys, just remember this. We will walk you through every single step to make this very simple for you. We're here to support you and help you. And most of all, make this a smooth situation for you to be able to see the results right away. Dr. Webb.
Enough said. We're here for you. It's all about you.
Love it. Take advantage, you guys. Until we do this again next week, guys, just be on purpose, be productive, be powerful. Thank you, Dr. Webb. Thank you, Leland. You
My
guys are just
honor.
amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Sean.
See you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.